I want to begin by congratulating the Chinese Cultural Center for 55 years of community building through the arts. I know COVID has not stopped you from finding ways to support one another.
Hello everyone. Today we're celebrating women leaders and community heroes with the Chinese Cultural Center of San Francisco. These are women who exemplify leadership and a dedication to making our communities more safe, vibrant, and inclusive. But before we get to them, let's learn more about Chinese Cultural Center, also known as CCC. CCC is widely recognized for their work in contemporary arts and community, supported by the Andy Warhol Foundation for the Visual Arts, the National Endowments for the Arts, and the City. Let's watch a video of CCC in action, uplifting the underserved and giving voice to equality through contemporary arts.
For the Chinese Culture Center, art is about creating vibrant, healthy communities. That means engaging with community and being able to empower community voices through contemporary art.
I would describe CCC as the place to go to for the local community as well as the surrounding communities.
The Chinese Culture Center is a very unique organization. It's foremost a leader in cutting-edge contemporary art, but it also adds community building and social justice.
When I go to the gallery presentations back here, I see a different Chinatown. I see a Chinatown that's really honest and open and very touching. You see a focus on things that you may not notice before.
I have come to know the artists that we have presented and to understand their humanity, to understand how they look at the world.
Over the past 55 years, CCC has also evolved with the needs of the community, Museum Without Walls, and that is really creative in that it brings the museum feel out to the community.
My vision for the curatorial programming at CCC is to continue to work at the intersection of a local community and an international identity. What it means to take care of Chinatown as a small neighborhood, but also what Chinatown means to Chinese people around the world.
41 Ross Project, I think, is certainly an inspirational partnership for us. That has been just incredible in terms of how it highlights the culture making of Chinatown and the culture making of Chinatown stakeholders and residents.
And I think that's important because our stories and realities are not being reflected well. Mainstream has never done a good job telling Chinese American stories, the fullness of our humanity. And CCC is a place where the community's stories are archived and told.
Since the pandemic, we're seeing an increasing rate of anti-Asian hate incidents, and also with the stigmatization of Chinatowns, we really need to feel a connection to this place that many of us call home. So for me, it's really about supporting artists who are working in these junctures to really continue to elevate their voices.
The story of Chinatown is really the story of resilience and survival.
And I think that's one of Chinatown's strengths, is these intergenerational connections.
To me, the most important part about the culture is that it creates a venue for connection. Connection creates a venue for organizing. Organizing is what creates power and voice for the community.
Well, I've personally been incredibly impressed by the exhibitions and programs and really the vision and the path that the CCC has been on for a number of years now. This next generation of leadership in the arts and cultural organizations, an unprecedented level of collaboration and the willingness to kind of work together to find a new vision forward.
Chinese Culture Center, or the CCC's work, is about building strong communities and empowering voices. During this pandemic and time of COVID-19, there have been so many leaders in our community that have stepped up to make a difference. Whether it's providing food, taking a stand against racism, or providing safe spaces for women, we want to recognize the important role of these sheroes, or women heroes, and the leaders in our community. This year's theme of Woman 2020 is inspired by an exhibition series at CCC exploring feminism and LGBTQ equality. We want to have it be aligned and looking forward. Woman 2020 will open at CCC in February of 2021.
Receiving Lifetime Achievement Award in Bridge Building from Chinese Cultural Center, we have Dion Lim. She is an Emmy Award-winning TV news anchor and reporter at ABC7 KGO TV in San Francisco. She also the author of Make Your Moments.
Wow, I don't even know where to begin. I am so moved and so honored for this award. Never in a million years did I think that I would ever be the recipient of it. So from the bottom of my heart, I have to thank each and every person at the Chinese Culture Center and also to the community at large for welcoming me into your lives each and every evening in that 16:9 square that is a TV, but then going beyond that and welcoming me into your communities out in public here in Chinatown and in the Bay Area. So with that, I accept this award with the deepest honors. I thank you all for your support and congratulations, CCC.
Hi, Dion.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Now, what is arts and culture to you?
You know, I grew up in very non-diverse parts of the country, places like Michigan and Ohio and Connecticut, and there weren't a lot of Asian Americans where I lived. So I was always missing a little part of my own self, of who I was and the culture and the arts, and all of it goes hand in hand. And I felt like there was such a learning curve to understanding my people, right? And where my ancestors came from and my history and who I am. And culturally, through the arts, that's something that I think everyone can understand, everyone can appreciate.
What's your childhood like? And who's maybe a woman figures that is your role model, and how does she impact you in your life?
That's a great question. I have to say Connie Chung.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'll say this because growing up, there were not a lot of Asian American women who were on TV. So there was nobody for me to look up to. But just seeing her was enough to make me think as a child who was always told you need to be a doctor, you need to be a scientist, you need to be an attorney. And I was a very mediocre student in school. So I thought, oh gosh, what am I going to do with my life? But I saw Connie Chung because my parents wanted me to learn English without an accent. So they said, watch the news. And I instantly gravitated toward Connie because I thought, if this is an Asian person who can excel and be on a national stage, maybe one day I can do the same.
Well, thank you so much, Dion, for coming in today, and congratulations again for receiving such an amazing award, okay?
I'm just so thrilled. Thank you. It is such an honor.
Keep on going.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dan Ashley from ABC7 News, and I want to take a moment to congratulate my dear friend and colleague here at ABC7, Dion Lim, for being honored and recognized by the Chinese Culture Center. A well-deserved honor for all she does in this community to lift people up of all backgrounds, but she has been particularly supportive of the Asian American community, focusing on hate crimes in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, and it has made such a difference. She does it without pointing fingers, but uplifts us all, and for that, we say thank you and congratulations, Dion.
To congratulate Dion Lim for her amazing reporting and stance for Chinese Americans, Asian Americans, for speaking about her story and sharing so vulnerably of her experiences. Thank you so much, Dion, for your commitment to community and speaking truth to power. You are an amazing role model. Thank you so much, and I love you. Congratulations on being recognized by CCC, and for all your hard work. I congratulate you.
Hello, my name is Hoy, and I'm the curator at CCC. I'm here to introduce our upcoming programs. We will continue to champion and put to the forefront voices of marginalized communities. I am so thrilled to announce that the comic book and installation Alive and Present, Stories of Cultural Belonging in Chinatown and Manila Town by Christine Wong Yap are now on view at 41 Ross. We invite you to check out our outdoor exhibition as well as picking up a map and a comic book at 41 Ross today. Woman, Woman, From Her to Here is a multidisciplinary exhibition that will center on Asian Pacific Islanders' queer community, movement, and identity. Last but not least, we will also be launching the fantastical documentary Dawn Chorus 3, a year-long community-based project engaging with a group of women asylum seekers as co-creators in a journey to heal through art.
Hi, my name is Sofia Cordova, and I am an artist working with the Chinese Culture Center on the production of a new body of work titled Dawn Chorus 3. I'm particularly interested in how the crises of climate are first experienced by those who are not to blame, not only for high emissions, but for the market-driven practices that have so exacerbated living conditions worldwide. I wanted to tell the stories that often go untold, and sadly, for all of history, women's stories fall in this category. I'm being inclusive of both cis and trans women in this project because it's important in my larger practice of speaking out the stories of the marginalized and the oppressed, and I in no way seek to define womanhood in any singular way. I'm excited to be working with the Chinese Culture Center because I think that the work that they do is invaluable. I think that their position within their community is really important. They have been fundamental to creating the foundations of this project.
It's time to get out your phone and scan the QR code to bid on these wonderful auction items. Join Chinese Cultural Center's Harmony and Bliss, Women From Her to Here by bidding on these wonderful auction items. The auction highlights up-and-coming contemporary art pieces, special trips and experiences, and unique treasures. Here are a few specially curated items for you. Item 1. Highlighting the theme of woman, the first item for the auction is Kathy Liu's Customs Declaration. Kathy Liu is a Bay Area artist who is selected to be the next CCC Xianru Artist, a unique program to elevate under-recognized artists of Chinese descent. Her first solo exhibition is in 2021. This luxurious piece of art, made with ceramic metallic clay and gold luster, with fruits from different geographies and cultures, are strung together as a way to represent the different immigrant groups and cultures in the United States coming together. Support the Chinese Cultural Center towards uplifting underserved voices and championing creativity. Bid today by going to cccsf.givesmart.com or scan the QR code that you've been seeing throughout this program. The auction is going on right now through Thursday, October 15th, and ends at midnight.
We have Cynthia Choi. She is a co-executive director of the Chinese for Affirmative Action, a 50-year-old community-based civil rights organization committed to protecting the dignity and fair treatment of all immigrants.
Thank you so much for this recognition. I am so deeply humbled to be recognized by the Culture Center. Both the Culture Center and CAA, we work together to address racism and xenophobia, to bring together our communities during a time that's been very divided in our country. And so to be recognized by the Culture Center is such a great honor. And I'd just like to thank my colleagues at CAA, our board of directors, and especially Vincent Pan, who I share this award with. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you so much for having me, Maggie.
Yeah, and congratulations for receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award in Community Building.
I am so honored and just so humbled by this recognition from the Culture Center.
What is the most rewarding part of your career?
It's funny, Maggie, I've never thought of the work that I do as a career so much as a calling. And the fact that I've been given this opportunity in so many different places, working on so many important issues for our community. It's always been a privilege to be able to work on issues like immigrant rights, like the rights for women and children. And to be able to do that throughout my life, and to be doing that at CAA has always been viewed as a great privilege and a highlight.
Again, congratulations for receiving such an amazing award. So thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brandy Lowe, and I chair the board at Chinese for Affirmative Action. Cynthia's work has been invaluable to the success of our advocacy. Congratulations, Cynthia, for your award. Best wishes.
Thank you so much for your dedication, your big-hearted love and support, and I want to wish you all the best for your future endeavors. This is a huge recognition, and I want to say I'm so proud of you and much respect. Thank you. I love you.
Cyn has been one of the most insightful, deeply thoughtful, sensitive leaders that I've really ever known. Cyn, you're amazing. And you're one of my sheroes. I'm so thrilled to be able to congratulate you, to say that this is so well-deserved. And thank you, CCC, for recognizing one of my sheroes.
I have been involved with CCC for 2 years, starting with my late brother's exhibition, Wesley Thompson, The Journey. I joined the Chinese Cultural Center board last year because I believe in its mission. I was impressed with how far CCC has come in the past 12 years. And I'm also impressed with their contemporary art program, and I still am. Although deeply rooted in the community, the Chinese Cultural Center has elevated itself out of Chinatown onto a global platform. During this period, the Chinese Cultural Center has pivoted to focus on the contemporary arts and has been striving in it. In fostering up-and-coming artists, Art Buzz is my favorite program at the Chinese Cultural Center. An early introduction of art is important for children because it allows them to explore and to be curious about the world. And programs like Art Buzz, I feel, have a lasting and immeasurable impact beyond the gallery walls.
It's time to get out your phone and scan the QR code to bid on these wonderful auction items. Item 2. Join honoree and Emmy Award-winning TV news anchor and reporter Dion Lim in a personally guided tour group through ABC KGO TV station. Inclusive is a complimentary autographed limited edition of her book, Make Your Moment.
Executive Director of Gunmun Women's Residence and the Asian Women's Resource Center, Ms. Gloria Tan. Gloria has managed a vital community-based organization providing low-income, affordable housing for survivors of domestic violence and human trafficking. Gunmun provides services to over 2,500 individuals annually.
Thank you so much for this Lifetime Achievement Award that I've received from Chinese Cultural Center. Definitely, I'm very humbled to receive this award, and it's a big honor for myself. Especially want to thank my staff, my board of directors, my friends, and my family, who have been there supporting me throughout all these years that I'm in this job. And I look forward to really celebrating this award with them. Thank you.
Welcome, Gloria.
Thank you.
And can you tell me more about your job?
I have been doing this for a long time, over 30 years. So basically, I manage and oversee Gamun Women's Residence and its community project, also known as the Asian Women's Resource Center. Now, we have 2 other satellite programs in the Richmond and Sunset District in San Francisco, and they are known as the Asian Family Support Project.
What is a satellite center? Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, so the satellite programs were started about 10 years ago. And what we have found is that before the satellite centers were started, families with young children were commuting on the public transportation to come to Chinatown to receive services because there were no programs in Richmond or Sunset where there's a relatively high percentage of Asian immigrant families staying in those neighborhoods. And we thought that, especially in the winter time, we don't want grandparents, to be carrying their toddlers, on public transportation and having to commute over 30 minutes, 45 minutes on a bus. So we instead wanted to bring the programs to them. So we received government funding, to be able to establish 2 satellite programs where we started family support programs in Richmond and Sunset. So in other words, families do not have to commute to Chinatown for programs. They can just go simply walk to the programs and receive very similar services as what we do offer in Chinatown.
Thank you so much, Gloria. And again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the honor.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to say a few words about the amazing Gloria team. During the over 12 years that I've been on the AWRC board, I have definitely seen Gloria in action. She just radiates kindness, and everyone she meets can feel it. But don't think that Gloria doesn't get excited. Give her a chance to talk about Gamun, and you see her become a passionate and articulate spokeswoman. There is no question that AWRC owes much of its success to Gloria's leadership. She is getting the recognition that she deserves.
Hi, my name is George Mack, and I am a board member of Gamun and Chinese Cultural Center. I would like to honor Gloria, who has been a special leader in this Chinese community. She's been an executive director for Asian Women's Resource Center for over 30 years, and I'm glad to be representing on behalf of the board of Gamun, congratulate her on her achievement and receive this award.
The CCC represents for me a place for art, education, and inclusion in the community within Chinatown and even abroad. As part of being Chinese descent, I can really appreciate the safe place along with community engagements and connection within the community in San Francisco.
It's time to get out your phone and scan the QR code to bid on these wonderful auction items. Item 3. Get a unique gift card for a romantic or family getaway to Sonoma County and stay at one of the 3 Piazza's hospitality properties in Hillsburg. This $1,000 gift card can be used towards overnight stays, dining, drinks, and the spa at Hotel Hillsburg, H2 Hotel, or Harmon Guest House. Come explore this charming town surrounded by rising hills and vineyards. Enjoy the culinary delights, museums, galleries, shops, as well as the numerous outdoor activities. No expiration date.
Community Youth Center Executive Director Sarah Wan has dedicated her career to improving the lives of young people in San Francisco.
Thank you, CCC, for giving me this award. It would not be possible without all the great teammates and colleagues that I have at CYC, all the board members that have been always providing me the guidance, and of course, all the community partners to make all this collaborative work wonderful and also possible to our youth and our families.
Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you, Maggie, having me.
Yeah, and congratulations for receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award in Community Building from Chinese Cultural Center.
Thank you. It's great, my great honor to be receive this award.
Now, first of all, I want to ask you your connection with the CCC.
I think for Community Youth Center, which I've been working for over 23 years now, we work with young people from 5 years old all the way to 25 years old. And we always do a lot of youth development activities. And even though we don't have like formal partnership with Chinese Cultural Foundation, we have been doing projects together. We take our youth leaders to do Chinatown tours with the staff from CCC. We always help to spread the words out to our youth and families of all kinds of activities that CCC does. So we have been a great partner. Also, we also both members of API Council as well.
Now, why is it so important for you with the arts and culture in Chinatown with the youth?
I think Chinatown is a very special place for a lot of immigrant youth or American-born, especially Asian or Chinese youth. This is a place where they feel like this is where their roots coming from. Chinatown is also a place where they can find different expression, including like through art and culture.
What is the most rewarding part of your career up to now?
I think what motivates me to go to work still every day is the young people. Every time when I talk to young people, I learn something new from them. They always inspire me with their ideas, with the dreams, with all kinds of like creative thinking that they have. They always like really inspire me to do some new programmings, to look for the pop culture, all the fun things that young people have. And that never really stopped me from how intrigued I am every day when I'm talking with them. And I think when I see some young people, how they really transform from like a young person to like a very successful adulthood in whichever sectors they're at, that's really rewarding part to me.
Now, how do you feel about receiving this Lifetime Achievement Awards?
To be honest, I was quite shocked because I feel like there's still a lot more I need to do. And there's many other really dedicated community members that deserve this award. But that's why I feel very privileged and honored to receive this award. I hope this will really mobilize my teammates at CYC, that the work that we've done together is just not my personal credit, my personal award. This is really for all of them.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Sarah. Again, congratulations for receiving this award from Chinese Cultural Center.
Thank you. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, CCC.
My name is Gina Mack, and I'm the board chair of CYC, Community Youth Center. On behalf of CYC, we want to congratulate Sarah Wan, our executive director, for this honor. No one is more deserving. Sarah has been a tireless advocate for Chinatown and the community, and we're so proud of you, Sarah. Congratulations.
Well, I've been on the board of the Chinese Culture Center Foundation, and it's been a pleasure working with such dedicated, talented people. I love our mission, which is designed to bring to people who may not ever have seen modern or contemporary art by Asian artists to be able to see them and understand what this art means. I also appreciate the fact that the center has introduced art to so many young people, particularly children, and also that it stands for racial equality and treatment fairly of all people.
It's time to get out your phone and scan the QR code to bid on these wonderful auction items. Item 4. Enjoy a 2-night stay with a delicious breakfast in bed for 2 at the Hilton San Francisco Financial District in the heart of San Francisco's Chinatown. Get amazing views, food, and central location with this stay. Thank you so much for joining us today at the pre-show of the CCC's annual Harmony and Bliss. It's wonderful to celebrate these amazing women who strengthen and lead our communities. We are lucky to have such a passionate and dedicated community advocates among us. All these wonderful women will be honored at the CCC's annual Harmony and Bliss Gala that is taking place online on October 13th at 6:30 p.m. You can support art, equality, and building strong communities by getting involved with the Chinese Cultural Center. Join their upcoming Harmony and Bliss Gala, Women from Her to Here, on Tuesday, October 13th at 6:30 p.m. by going to ccccsf.givesmart.com. There is still time to register and bid on the fabulous auction items that you saw during this program. For other ways to get involved, you can visit their website or call the Chinese Cultural Center. Thank you for joining us.